Listen, we're different. We're clearly different. To try to say that we're not different is just absurd. When you look at Grey's Anatomy, the book Grey's Anatomy, not the show, right? When you're not looking at the show, Grey's Anatomy, there's pages.
They made a book out of that show?
Yeah, they did. They did. It was early. It was early. But what's interesting is they don't have. There's no page for black men and white men and Asian men. It's just men. Mm-hmm. They do have another section for women's reproductive.
Right. There is a difference. Yeah.
Women's reproductive organs. So there is a difference. That needed to be mapped out in terms of how those things work. So it's like where we look at the difference in the ethnicity. That's not even the point. The only real difference that matters is the sexuality. We've socially made the color of people, the social, the ethnic, but that's a political diaspora. But the only thing that matters is the fact that we understand these sexual organs, the difference in us, and how we procreate, and how we don't go extinct. Which we talked about this the other day. 99% of everything that's ever been lived on this earth, it has gone extinct.
Yep.
So we are one of the few, and we're right. And you know, with this,
I always find that interesting when like some environmentalist, organization will be like, the spotted owl is on the verge of going extinct. You're like, so join the club. Like, that's what species do. I don't know what to tell you. That's part of the game, baby. You come and then you go. Yeah. That's the majority. Like you said, 99.999% of species that have ever existed go extinct. Yeah. So you're going with them. Now, if it has something to do with humans, I'm listening.
Right,
But if not, I'm sorry. That's just not.
Bees going extinct means so much more than when the dodo went extinct. Nobody remembers the dodo used to be a thing.
Yes, and the reason why bees going extinct is a concern is because you go, oh, they're actually integral to this whole system, which means something to people.
Exactly.
It all has to come back to people. If it's just some fucking animal, we don't care. Like,
when you understand, when you accept that the biological reference of that, it makes everything else. If you accept that, everything else is more.
Well, as you said, look, if you don't want to accept it, which again, I do think you have the freedom to do. Like, I know super religious people. I know you have the freedom to
You don't believe in evolution.
Look,
that's fine. You're stupid.
But look, I could sit here and say I don't think any of you exist. I think only I exist, and I'm living in a simulation right now. I mean, you can't really disprove it. You can't really, like maybe that's true. But if you're going to get into an intelligent conversation, like, well, what's more reasonable is for me to assume you all exist and have agency, and that this is treat this with reality.
And we generalize for the sake of escalating the dialogue.
Yeah, you can't. And if you're going to sit there and not let me generalize
every exception,
and if I just sit here and I go, oh, horses have 4 legs. You go, well, actually, I knew a horse that had 3 legs.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
1 out of a million will have 3 legs. But okay, so if I'm saying women are like this, and you go, well, I know a woman.
At some point in time,
that's like the same whining. It's not all men, it's the same kind of whining there.
Yeah, at some point in time, you got to go, shut up, you're stupid. I'm not having this conversation.
We can never have an adult conversation.
Exactly.
And at some point, you do disclaim, okay, yes, there's always an exception to the rule.